Alright, so nano view. Let's just, I click on that and that's the nano view now.
So when you click on,
Let's shift some of this stuff aside actually.
this is the nano view of the index. Think of it like a scorecard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put the standard bio pick, bio, artist statement, and stats. And the stats that we're interested in is the tirage of only the works that we've facilitated the acquisition about. The exhibits that we've done, and long term, this is where blockchain is going to come in.
Wait, hold on. Let me do this right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, so artist piece. Let's just toss this in here. Artist, artwork, and stats.
I thought of something. I'm telling you, the idea I just had is it's going to change everything. It's going to change the entire perspective of art. And if I'm correct, I could be wrong about this, but if we're successful, other people will replicate us. It's going to decimate the master's business, the dead artist business. The dead artist business is going to just go away. It's going to be relegated to the real-time auction houses, and it's a niche. It's going to become a niche.
Well, Artsy was the only site I saw that was trying to reach out to younger generations, but even then, it's like not.
And it hasn't, the branding, everybody's doing the exact same thing under a different brand.
Yeah.
You know, this is not that at all. This is a reverse engineered, flipped inside out and quantumized.
Okay.
Because you don't need computers for quantum entanglement to be occurring. We know now how it works, so we can leverage that in our systems design to facilitate and boost the results that we want. Boosting valuation is going to be a huge thing. Valuation boosting. But we don't need that. That's phase 3 stuff.
Okay.
So here's where the actually.
Their stats.
Let's put the lift and throw. And you know, this whole thing with the lift thing, it's a great idea. I can do it. They can do it. So the only thing I want to know is the truth, and I shouldn't even be thinking about this stuff right now.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, let's get. Okay. Pick artist bio statement here. I'll just go on one side. The picture. Bio and artist statement done. On the other side, we're gonna have.
Down here would be the stats, right?
Stats, okay.
And so what we'd have to do is every stat that we use on the individual artist in the main index has to be listed here.
All stats of all variables artists.
Now, in the anthromemoration lift experiment, right? It's basically the same format. So we're going to be playing with the lift thing with this format.
Okay, stats and variables. According to set, determine. Okay, stats and variables according to determine data. List of stats, I'll say. Good, good, good. We're getting there. Just so I can mock it up to you later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
And the colors we want to use, red, green, and blue, primarily yellow for accents. We should always have, don't worry about design right now, I'm just throwing this out. We should always have those present, just like, yeah.
wait, aren't these, you don't like these colors then? Like more subtle and more?
No, those are the right colors. I'm just like, I think our branding should be consistent
Mhm.
with what, we already have, the flyers, you know? We can go over a little bit about that stuff later.
We can do it for the marketing and branding stuff. This is just like a.
Yeah, just fine right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, save. Alright, so, on the right side, what are you showing on the right side?
So I'm saying, this is
This is not part of the nano view though.
No, I'm just, this is
Separate,
notes.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So it's like, we can't toss that in there all of a sudden?
But I want to launch this as soon as possible. This is what's going to kickstart everything. It's going to fund it.
But if you have the funders, Van Gogh funding it already.
They're not going to fund all of my science
They're
stuff.
not going to do that, no.
We have to make that money ourselves. But what we can do with this is show that our team can work together and make money.
Okay.
And we can make a couple $100,000 off this.
Yeah,
This would be your buffer. You could buy a fucking house coming out of this.
I know.
Right?
I know.
So we're gonna get to this in a second, but I just want to say, like, this is the nano view, but it's like a scorecard, you know, and then easily navigatable, and then it's got their own header, and this is where we would have, as part of the stats, their primary index number. So they might have a number like 127 out of, 23,000.
What? Oh, out of how many people?
Everybody's gonna have a ranking.
Okay, ranking.
And that doesn't mean, it may not mean necessarily anything in particular.
Yeah. Except
Well, it
for
will have, and there's also going to be
But you can filter it out based on ranking, based on what,
Right, let's because this is not for speculation purposes, we're not saying you should use this in the purchase of an artwork.
Yeah.
This is experimental data.
Yeah.
Analysis and visualization, and data is my art. This is my art form.
Yeah, they
right?
can do whatever they want.
So this is one of the things we will do is quantumize, and we're going to have an REG attached to every one of these. Every one of these people are going to have their own signal, and that signal is the Z-score, right? Which is always going up and down.
Yep.
So this is we're going to take the primary index number, and then we're going to add it to this, and we're going to use it for trend analysis and feed that information into quantum computers, and I'm going to identify superpositions and track art movements before they happen.
Okay, well, hold on, I'll write this down. We don't put it in the presentation per se. We can, but I don't.
I'm saying that would be, I'm not saying that I want to track art movements. I'm saying there would be so much data. When you reverse engineer the whole thing, you'll be able to, in retrospect, say, oh, look at all this stuff that happened before this big thing happened. And you'll be able to it would be kind of like a digital time machine, a Wayback Machine that's in real time.
So here you go, unlimited potential. I did tweak the slide because you mentioned that last time, so I understand that part. But that's up to you. You want to include that into this presentation or not? See them, because I kind of hinted at it here, but I'm not going to go.
Yeah, just throw it down. I mean, we're going to go through and edit this.
Okay.
Edit it. But the pin, I would say would be stage 2, maybe 1, but definitely 2, and then the Z-score stage 3. That's stage 3.
Okay, pin.
You
okay? You're kind of doing REG on a mass consumer scale.
Yes, super massive. We're going to have the world's largest supermassive biodynamic quantum computing platform.
You better get your hands on a lot of REGs.
Okay, so boost. This is how we're going to, everything I've told you before is how we're going to become millionaires.
Yes.
This one feature I'm about to share with you is how we're going to become billionaires. And the way we're going to become billionaires is we're going to make 100 artists millionaires.
Okay.
Okay? I've helped make other artists millionaires before, and I know I can replicate that. And so the way we're going to make that is 100 artists of these 10,000 are going to become millionaires on our platform.
Okay.
And this is how it's going to happen.
Okay, so I'll write this another slide, please.
Yeah, this is like the special. This is like the special top secret slide.
I won't include presentation, but this is all for you to have later.
Yeah, this would be considered like secret.
Secret, I'll ask the rest, not for public.
I'm glad I never told Matt and Stephanie any of my super secrets.
You should, I mean, you trusted people, but you didn't know how they were.
See, you're still a question mark like everybody else to some extent.
Thanks,
but
it's okay.
I've known you for 2 years and I don't hate you.
And I haven't screwed you over in any fucking way.
You stood me up once and I was pissed off about that. My time is the most valuable thing I have.
Yes. My right side is still.
You look great. I can't see anything.
I feel this.
Can feel it?
Yeah, this is why it's like just not ideal. That's why I think every time I'm back here, the clearer is better, but back then with the winter and everything and the fall.
Cold. Yeah.
It's not cold, it's just something's off. And I don't know what. And part of me is afraid to find out what. So, anyways.
So when somebody drags down to this level, the nano level, and let's say they really like an art, but their average sale, their average piece, let's say sells for $3,300.
Wait. So nano score, let's say example. Click on nano, but score is low, but pin number is low. Go on.
Now this is definitely level 3 stuff.
Okay.
Right? So here you'll say average sale, total sales, let's say it's like 63,000. They're going to have an idea that, wow, this person is pretty active, on this market. And look at these paintings where they've shown. But somebody might look at this and say, I really love this art. I want to support the artist's work, and the works I love, I don't have $7,300 for, or whatever that number is, right? So what they can do, instead of buy, they can boost.
Okay.
Right? So the artist has already been paid, the collector has already been paid, but what we have is, for every work of art that's sold, is a digital certificate.
Okay, so, all right, so that's a digital mark.
That's the thing, right?
Blockchain.
Blockchain, and there's a value. So let's just use $1,000. Somebody puts this at $1,000. Now, what I'm about to say is not really fractional shares, because this is not an option we're going to give to the client to opt into this at all.
They have to be part of it.
Well, I shouldn't say it all, but this is not the object. They'll definitely be a part of it, and they would know it, because let's just say you've got a painting, right? And let's just say this is 10,000 and this is 1,000, and the painting. So what they do is they want to boost the painting. They want to boost the artist. So they hit boost, and all the paintings come up that are available. Or I'm sorry, I'm not that are available.
Boost option. All right. So what does boost option explain?
So the boost option would be somebody basically wants to contribute. Instead of buying work, they want to buy into the artist.
Buy into artist.
They're buying into the artist, but they have to do it through a painting. So they find their favorite painting. It could be a sold painting. It could be an unsold painting.
Oh my God, I see where this is going.
And what they say is, hey, I've got $150 to put on that painting, and I'm going to put $150 of my money onto that painting. So when it sells, I've got $150 of that valuation is boosted.
Oh wow, Jesus! You took it to your next level.
So let's just take the idea of a sold painting. It's already sold. Somebody owns it, right? When somebody's boosting it, they're boosting the value, and could potentially, if the painting sells on this platform, When it sells, and if that certificate is available, they get paid. They get their money back in proportion.
Investor gets paid back.
Right.
If it's basically the same amount then? Or
No. There'll be, let's just say, incentives on there. They'll be in the, so if the painting goes for more,
resale.
they're gonna get something. But it may not be actual cash, it might be credits to buy more art. Because this is how everybody gets to become an art dealer. Because if they can actually do this well enough to earn enough credits on our platform, they can buy a work of art with their credits. And then it's theirs. And if they sell that, then they get paid. So we're not talking about fractional share ownership.
Okay.
I don't think. I wouldn't call it that.
Because they don't actually own the piece.
They don't own the piece.
Yeah.
They're in the certificate. If the person never sells it, they don't get it. If they sell it off the platform, they don't get it.
I have a question then. If he puts $150 on it, whoever buys it next, where's that $150 in the meantime? Is that the discount?
That's ours.
We hold on to that, right?
That's us. Yeah.
So
that
we're
goes
just
into
giving
the
them
penny.
back into currency.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get it.
But again, this is phase 3, so we don't want to get into this too much. This is not, but this is how everybody gets to support an artist. This is how everybody can become an art dealer from their home.
Got it. Selling homestead stuff. Okay, this is pretty cool and unique.
People who are really passionate about art can get in here and play. We'll breed new art dealers. Like this will fuse
If we
artists,
can get them
art
to think
dealers.
like that, because
Yeah.
that's like the financial part now. And these people,
Exactly.
if we can train them.
And blockchain makes it transparent and trustworthy, at least to some extent. I don't believe any of that blockchain can't be hacked. My ass. Give me quantum computers, I think I can hack just about anything.
It's true.
Okay.
Okay, this is not something I'm gonna put into whatever. This is just for you later on. Because this is part of the notes that we will have and sort through. But actually, it's laid out now, so at least you have that to work. Okay, so.
Okay, so this is the index. Does that make sense? That's kind of it.
That makes perfect sense.
So we just use me as the model here, and we're going to create a card, and then we just want to do model.
Send me the photos you have of yourself.
Okay, it's in. If you look under the shared drive, it's under worthless art.
Okay, Jesus, Leo, harsh on yourself, aren't you? All right, but I want to jump back on this slide though.
Yeah.
Because this part of me still trying to understand. I mean, I get it. I'm just trying to visualize.
Okay, so we're done with this.
We're done.
I'm gonna stop the video.